Of course, KovsieTV is the name and Kovsie is on your TV screens. All I can say about that right there is that let the show begin. I mean, of course, entertainment is our game. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, we have just landed.
Nanga Msodlutu, aka Nanga, the future is the name, and of course, we do have a jam-packed show. We check out exactly what KovsieTV is about. Talk to Dr. Liz Langer on student activism, and the Entrepreneurs Network Forum is on campus. And of course, to kickstart the show, let's find out from our officials.
Oh yeah, but of course, these officials are very two special guests right now that we're having in studio. They go by the name of Victor Nkobeni and of course Sam Masingi, and I can't wait to just meet them and get to know what Kovsie really is about. So let's check it out, man.
Check it out.
Okay guys, as promised, I have one of the special guests here right next to me. Victor, how are you, man?
More grace, thanks, and you?
Man, I'm good, I'm awesome. Yeah, so here's the concept we have here right now, KovsieTV. What is it about, man?
Okay, KovsieTV, I must say first, it comes from Face of Facebook. I used to be Face of Facebook, and I did small short videos for the university to show what's going on campus, and that is where the idea of KovsieTV came from. So with KovsieTV, we'd like to increase the number of platforms where students get to show us what is going on campus too. And then since I'm student development, it's a platform where students can come through and develop some skills that they would like to in terms of media.
Yeah, so but now where do we go from here? What is the main achievement that you want to get to now?
Most importantly really is student activism, and to get our students involved in as many things as possible on campus. And the future of KovsieTV, that depends completely on the students. This is the students' project, so they'll decide where they want to see KovsieTV go.
Oh, it's the students.
Absolutely.
Right there. Yeah, but hey, look, I see you wearing the SRC outfit. You've told us like what you do, but then who you and what's your contribution towards KovsieTV per se?
Okay, I won't be doing anything on KovsieTV, fortunately. I just wanted to introduce the initiative and just give it to the students, and from here on, this is KovsieTV, and the students can do whatever they want with KovsieTV.
Well, there you guys have it. Well, up next, you have Nanga, who's going to be chatting to Sam Masingi, and we'll see what they have to say and with regards to KovsieTV. Let's go.
Thank you, Grace. And yes, with me here, I have Sam Masingi from the Media Council, who's going to tell us about KovsieTV in terms of the media side of things. Sam, what role does the media office play in terms of KovsieTV?
Thank you for having me, first of all. We want to keep KovsieTV as autonomous as possible in terms of independence and content-wise. And we're hoping that it will uplift our Post and Kovsie FM, the existing platforms.
And what is the media office hoping to achieve?
KovsieTV will provide a platform for student expression and act as a breeding ground for future media talent. On top of that, we're hoping that the output of journalists and other media personnel will be more well-rounded.
That's it. You have it from the media side. Sam, thank you for having us.
And without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to Lawrence and find out exactly what the rest of the Kovsie students have to say about campus issues that directly affect them. Let's go.
Good morning to all the Kovsie viewers. Today Lawrence and I am here on the Takeneng Bridge, and we are going to ask the students some questions about what do they think are the burning issues on campus. So let's go and ask them some questions.
We have the issue of students who have been deregistered, and at the moment we want all those students to be re-registered with immediate effect, because we don't see any reason why these students should be deregistered today. I mean, if you owe the university 12,000 today, and there's 4 weeks left before the exams, you've invested your time in writing exams, in writing tests and assignments, you'll still be owing the university 12,000 after writing your exams. So we are saying to the management of the university, they should allow those students to come and write exams, and they'll still be owing the university. Give them access so that they didn't have to waste their own time. When they come back next year, at least they could have been done with those modules that they were doing this semester.
Okay, Sibeko, so please tell me, what do you think are the burning issues on campus right now?
The burning issues that is difficult for us to many things like VAT is not, we are not allowed to swipe laptops. Life is getting difficult for us society. Yeah.
So do you, by any chance, own a laptop?
Now I'm not owning one. That's why my life become difficult, because I cannot afford to buy all of my textbooks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think should be done by the institution to ensure that you guys are allowed to swipe such equipment?
I think as NSFAS or bursaries, let me relate to NSFAS accordingly, because NSFAS, we are going to pay it. So they have to specifically satisfy us, because it's something that we're going to pay. Yeah. They loan something that we have to pay. So they have to give us the money so that we can do everything that we want with.
Tell me, what do you think about the debate going on about the statues?
Well, it's sad to think that South Africa is degraded, you know, that people's mindset is still in that old stage. I mean, we have progressed, and I think my mindset has changed significantly from when I was younger, when I was in primary school, when people were still very racist about the issue. But like now, everything is just taken back about 20 years, and it's sad.
My name is Mr. Polomo Afrika. I think most people are talking about racism, but I think they don't understand what racism is. Racism, according to my understanding, is a particular group having a doctrine or a belief that their culture is superior than others. So as we are the blacks, we have to come and form that black consciousness classes. We must develop and remove that inferiority complex. We must believe that we also, our culture is inferior, that is superior, so that we can compete with another white man. That's what I think.
2 points I would like to make about the statues. The first is, for some it's more important than the other, you know, like one statue might mean the world to me and it might mean nothing to you. And the other point is something that Prof. Janssen also highlighted. It can also be a symbol from where we were to where we are now. It's how we progressed as a country, and we shouldn't forget about 1 or 2 scars in our history that made us who we are today.
That was it from myself, Lawrence, and Aldine. Kovsies, please don't feel shy whenever you see us. Come on, engage with us. Tell us how you feel about the burning issues on campus. Aldine, tell them to remember that.
Remember, only a Kovsie knows the feeling.
Interesting opinions we got there from, the students of Kovsies. It was quite interesting to hear what they had to say. But what's up next, brother?
Talk about interesting. We talked to Dr. Liz Langer on student activism. Let's check that out.
Welcome back, Kovsies. Today we'll be interviewing Dr. Liz Langer, the Vice Rector for Academics. Let's meet her. Dr. Liz Langer, the Vice Rector of Academics. Good morning, ma'am. Good day.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
Most students on campus don't know who you are. How can we relate to you? So can you just please tell us about what do you do and how can you help us?
Okay. The academic portfolio has responsibility for all the teaching and learning that happens at the university, particularly at undergraduate level, but not only. It has responsibility for all what we call academic planning and enrollment planning, which means the kind of programs that you guys have available to you and the programs that we will have in the future. And at the same time, is responsible for how many students the university can have in different programs, as enrollments. We are also responsible for all the research that it is done about how the university functions. Then I'm responsible for the quality of teaching and learning in relation to all these programs, and I am also responsible for student affairs. So the Dean of Students reports to me and all the faculties report to me. And how do you relate to me with respect, if at all possible? No, I'm just joking. Well, I mean, I think that it is, in last instance, my responsibility that you have a productive time at the university. So, I mean, I do not want a queue of students coming to knock at my door, but in last instance, it is my responsibility that you graduate and that you have a degree that would allow you to be a useful human being, a good human being, and an employable one. So, yeah.
So we understand that you're a student activist, and your students here on campus, they're very passive. So what could you say in terms of student activism on campus?
Well, I was a student activist in my youth.
Okay.
I was a long time ago. Well, I am not entirely sure that the students are passive. I think that the students have the way of manifesting their concerns and etc. I just would like them to channel them slightly differently. I would like to see the students having more confidence in themselves in order to complain with a greater sense of security about the things that they do not like about their degrees, for example. I would like to see students much more involved in what happens in a department, for example. I would like to have a system of student reps in all the faculties and get a sense of how we can hear the student voice in academic matters. And of course I would like to have students much more active in politics than they currently seem to be. I mean, I was very sad to see how few students actually came to the No campaign that the Institute organized. I would like to see more activism at the university at that level. And I think that the way of doing it is giving the students the space to do things, to take responsibility, to take ownership of things. We have a very capable SRC, and I'm very happy to work with them. And I think that many of them have good ideas about what to do and what needs to be done.
Okay, I'm still on the student activism. What would be your view on what is happening in the Rhodes University?
Well, since I'm not sort of in the invidious position of the Vice-Chancellor, it is easier to comment from the outside. But I think it is a very important opportunity for management. I think that this is a moment in which one can have a very important kind of conversation across everybody at UCT. It's a moment that has taken enormously long to come. And I truly hope that my colleagues at UCT use this as a great opportunity to rethink the university, to rethink the role that UCT can play in the country, and to understand how the changes in the student composition at UCT demands from the university to have a different sense of identity. And I think that it's marvelous that it is happening, and it is marvelous that the student, I believe that 6 different SRC presidents signed together a letter to the management of the university about what they want to happen. So I think that that's absolutely fabulous. I know it is difficult to manage. The management of a university has to take into account not just what the students said, but there are a number of other interests and stakeholders at the university, and each of them have an important weight in terms of the decision-making process at the university. So one has to balance all those things. But I think that it is a very, very interesting moment. And I hope the students and the management have the maturity to do these things in a creative way. I think that there are great opportunities.
There you have it. It was Dr. Liz Langa, the Vice Rector of Academics. Thank you.
Seems like Notando had so much fun. If you'd like to see anyone on the show, please feel free to tweet us at UFSWeb with the hashtag KovsieTV.
Oh yeah, and of course Nanga, all the associations, residences and various departments, you can also invite us to your events, you know, just like the Entrepreneurs Network Forum did. And you know, let's just
check that out.
Yeah, man.
Hello and welcome. I am Lesotho Makamedi and you are watching KovsieTV. We are standing here outside the Kyalami Men's residence for an event by the ENF, also known as the Entrepreneurs Network Forum. Now what will be going on is that 10 pitchers will be bringing their brilliant ideas to the fore, and of this 10, one of them, which the judges thought was the best, will go home with 1,000 Rand. Now inside will also be free popcorn and drinks available for the viewers just so they feel satisfied. So yeah, let's go check it out. We are here at the Kyalami Gazelle, and with me I have Nikita. Nikita, now, by what I understand, you are a lecturer?
That's correct.
Yes, and she was also one of the judges for the day. And how was it being a judge?
It was awesome to actually see the students take their learning outside the classrooms, and the ideas were brilliant. Be South Africa, there is great ideas coming your way from these amazing minds sitting here today.
Yes, but what I witnessed, I think the same too. And would you encourage young minds to be into entrepreneurship? Would you say it's the route to go?
Definitely. As one of the, I think it's the chairperson of the association mentioned, unemployment is such a huge problem in South Africa at the moment, and the way that these students are not using it as an excuse but using it as power to encourage them to start their own businesses is brilliant. So definitely take part in things like this and take the future in your own hands.
And just from you personally, what would you say are the 3 skills that an entrepreneur should have, or a person aspiring to be one?
Firstly, you need to be able to sell your idea, and these guys did that really well. Secondly, you need to understand your market. You need to know what's out there. Is there opportunity out there? And constantly, the third thing, constantly taking in, wanting to learn more, and having very, very thick skin and a lot of passion. That's more than 3.
Well, there you have it from Nikita. It's been a nice time. With me now is Emmanuel Modise, the winner for today. And how does it feel to win, Emmanuel?
I can only say that it's not a feeling, it's something that has been going on. It's something that's going to urge me to go better, to help others go in front of me. But hey, it's nice, I guess.
And what sparked your idea? What made you wake up one day, if you did wake up one day and decide, hey, I'm going to do this? What did that?
First of all, I was annoyed by how many times my mother made me wash the car. You understand? And then at the end of the month, she'd complain to me because I had to do the financial, complain to me how much our water bill stood at. You understand? But by then, I didn't know what to do because I was still a first year. And then I met a friend of mine around who introduced me to this idea, and I decided, no man, why not try it at home? And then I made my mother pay for it, of course. And then she told her friends, and then it started with her friends. It was day 1. And then on day 5, I had like 1,000 clients already. So there was like a huge demand on one person, you understand? So I had to breathe this thing out. I had to be like, Department of Water Affairs, you guys have to come on board because I'm not using any of your waters. And you municipalities, you're not charging me anything for your water. So you guys have to come on board. But at this point, I'm still a lone person. I'm still pursuing it at home, but I'm planning on expanding it, probably Bloemfontein, because the market here is volatile. I can join it anytime.
That was it from Emmanuel, and on my right side I'm standing with Executive Committee of the ENF. And what is the ENF exactly? Just please explain it to us.
The ENF is a first of its kind association on the University of the Free State campus, while we aim to inculcate a spirit of entrepreneurship amongst our students. Basically, in addition to that, we create a platform where student entrepreneurs can network, and we on our side, we keep a database of students who becomes members of our associations, and then from there we just, we take them out to the greater market outside of school life.
That sounds like an amazing initiative. The next one is Lesotho Makube, another member of the ENF, and he's going to be explaining what it is about. And yeah, what do you have to say about that?
Basically, the event that happened today was the Be Bold Innovation Pitch. This pitch is going to happen, I think, 5 or 6 times this year, and the winners of those events will stand a chance to win 50,000 Rand and a trip to Amsterdam in Sandton. The pitch is taking place in Sandton. So basically, it's an ongoing process that's going to happen at the campus.
And just one more question for Emmanuel. What are you going to do with the 1,000 Rand?
First of all, I don't know. So I'm not going to decide right now. I'll let it sink in for a while. But I think by tomorrow evening I'll have an idea what I must do with it. You understand? But I hope that it's nothing that I'll regret.
I don't mind being your friend, just by the way. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We were at the Kyalami residence for the ENF function, but now it's time to close. From me and my free popcorn, it's goodbye. And don't forget to subscribe to KovsieTV on YouTube.
And if you weren't there, man, you missed out on popcorn. So big up to the ENF for encouraging student entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah, and to also find out more about which associations exist on campus, please feel free to visit the SRC buildings to inquire. I mean, a lot of these associations do great things, and we are sure that you would want to go and take part in them. So speaking about great things, our sports teams were honored by the university, and our sports presenter Aisha Posa was at the event covering it, man. Let's see it.
Mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand?
Good afternoon and welcome to our celebration of the achievements of the Shimlas, also the Kovsie tennis and Kovsie netball teams.
So, as Gerben touched, we're here to celebrate a great last few months for Kovsie Sport. Now is a fantastic time to be proud of the portfolio of sport that we have at this university. But I'm definitely going to take this time to thank the students. You guys for going to the games, for filling up the seats, for supporting our teams, for wearing your t-shirts, for sharing stuff on Facebook. Without you guys, the stadiums wouldn't be full, we wouldn't have support for the team, and hopefully you motivate the players to do better.
First of all, this is a great week to be alive, don't you agree? We are winning everything, just about everything. Kovsies is trots op julle ouens. Baie dankie vir hierdie ongelooflike prestasie. Dis nie net belangrik om goed te doen in die akademie nie, maar ook in die sport. So ek sê vir almal van julle, groot cheers. Ons is trots op julle ouens. Nou kan julle teruggaan om met julle boeke te worstel. Give them all a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
The netball captain for sports. Ms. Carla, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations for your win of the series. The Netball Series Varsity Cup has been won last year by the University of the Free State. How do you feel about that?
No, it's an amazing feeling and still being honored after it's been a while. It's very special and yeah, it's a great honor.
And a special separate congratulations should go to you as player of the entire series. Congratulations to you on that. How was that and how did you get to that point?
It was amazing to be player of the tournament, but it's thanks to all the people that voted for me. Yeah, so if it wasn't for them, I won't be player of the tournament. So thank you to them.
I hear you're the manager of this team. What is your role as a manager? And actually introduce yourself to the Kovsie campus, please.
Okay, yes, I'm Janine de Kok. I'm at Kovsie Sport, the manager of the tennis team. Basically, a lot of the arrangements must be done. Someone must get the team there, travel and accommodation and all those type of arrangements. So I'm more behind the scenes doing all the arrangements and getting them there, and the rest I leave over to the players and the coach to produce on the court.
That's fantastic. So I know people think that tennis happens to be an individual sport and you play for yourself. How would you make say that tennis is a team sport? Because I saw you talk about the team today.
Yeah, no, that's a very important point that you touch upon there. It is an individual sport, so it's a very selfish sport. Actually, it's a very grueling sport because you're out there in the sun, grinding it out for 3 hours, sweating. It's very emotional, it's physical, and it's a very mental game. And I think that's why we've had so much success, is because we, as a team, you don't play for yourself, you play for your team. And at the end of the day, that is what has pulled us through time and time and time again, because they invest so much in us that we don't want to win for yourself, you want to win for your coaches, for your teammates, and for the varsity. So there's a lot of pride involved, and that has been a major component of our success over the last 8 years. Yeah.
That is such amazing news. So thank you so much for your time. We appreciate #Kovsie keeps winning. Basically, today is all about celebrating our sports stars. So tell me, were you guys at the Shimla game this past Monday? Yes. Oh, MJ! Tell me, what was the experience about? What was the feeling? What was the atmosphere? Pipi?
Like, it was amazing. I've never seen Shimla Park like that. It was just like a sense of camaraderie. Like, everyone was so united. It was the best game ever.
Yes. What were you saying, Suzanne?
It was very energetic and vibrant, and it was a beautiful game.
Yes.
And even the moment when it was the game ended and everyone ran onto the field, that was really magical. Truly, we'll never forget that moment.
Hashtag the saying. Hashtag UFS keeps winning. Until next time, run the go with the name to claim AISHA. Bye.
And for those of you that missed out on cultural events, this is what went down on Stage Door.
Amara Joe, if you missed out, how pasa yo? How pasa?
So we thought that it would work very well if we take the arts directly to the students. So we're trying to create platforms where we include both on-campus students as well as off-campus students. So by taking the shows outdoor to neutral venues that aren't affiliated with residences, we hope that we can coax more students, both on and off-campus students, to try to go to these new venues, interact with different students outside their residences, and hopefully, enjoy the arts and culture that we believe to be very vibrant on our campus.
And what did the RC say about the pairings? How did they take that new element to Stage Door?
The RC cultures were thrown off at the beginning. Some of them were very excited. Some of them got logistically challenging pairings. But at the end of the day, they were all very keen. And I believe this night will prove to be such great success that they will be very proud of the work and hours they did put into making and assuring that this is a great success tonight.
Do you know what Stage Door is?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Have you guys checked it out?
Last night we actually got to check out the KG race. Yes.
And then do you guys know that they've mixed this year and there's new elements in it, like female and female pairings, male and male pairings? What do you guys think of that?
We think it's really cool. It brings a whole different vibe to Stage Door, and yeah, diversity is always good.
Interesting twist on Stage Door this year. Can't wait for Kleinser, man. And that's it for this episode of KovsieTV, and from me, Nangam, so the future.
Of course, and myself, Miss Gracie Tovs. Peace.
Peace out.